And leaders of the Southeast region today met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the villa to express their grievances on issues affecting their people and the developmental challenges they are facing in the region. Some of the leaders at the meeting are governors of the Southeast states, senators representing the region, and the leaders of the Ohanese in Igbo. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was also at the meeting, and this is perhaps the outcome of the meeting.
We got assurances from the president that he was going to deal with each of them seriously. There's no reason for me to doubt them because it's the first time I've had this interaction with him, and I have been feeling that he spoke to us very frankly.
Well, there's been a lot of agitation on the minds of a lot of people, especially on issues affecting the southeastern region of the country, with some kind of tension that we saw in the past weeks. Now let's get some perspectives on this. Since the president has decided to weigh in on these, call the leaders into the presidency today. Daniel Buala, a lawyer and a member of the Lincoln's Inn, joins me from Abuja, and he is a regular analyst on China's television. Thank you so much, Mr. Buala, for coming on the program tonight. Tell me quickly, what we've seen today, the decision of the president to meet with these leaders, what do you think could be the inference to be taken away from this gesture?
Thank you for having me. For me, I'm particularly excited that there is a dialogue and engagement between the president and people from the Southeast, especially because of the agitation, the IPOB agitation, which has created a lot of bad feelings, towards the government from the people from that side. And the fruitfulness of the meeting is to the effect that the president has reiterated again the commitment of his administration to meet up with the plans of the government to take care of the projects like the East-West Road, the Coastal Line, and all of these projects that he has indicated to the people from the Southeast that they are going to pay attention to. This is going to quell a little bit of the agitation that we find from that part of the country. I deeply regret that in the last election, the Southeast could not produce a senator from APC, because we wouldn't have been complaining as much, because there would be a senator who would be emerged as the Senate president from the Southeast. But this meeting today is the beginning of many more engagement between the government and the people of Southeast. And I believe to an extent that this is going to help in a great deal.
Yeah, some of the reactions that we are seeing now, some are saying, oh, it's late in the day, this should have happened like 2 years ago, and perhaps the kind of appointments that some of the people in the region are expecting that could possibly bring about development in the region. Do you see any kind of cabinet reshuffle that may lead into some joy or that will gladden the heart of some people in that region?
I believe, honestly, that the president has that in his heart. And better late than never. The very fact that there is an engagement at the moment, to me, it portends positivity. And, so much has been talked about the need for the president to rejig the cabinet, and feel as that the president is considering rejigging the cabinet. I strongly believe that in the rejigging or reshuffling of the cabinet, the Southeast they are going to play a very pivotal role in his consideration for appointment. No doubt that the appointment has not favored the people from the Southeast. We have to call a spade a spade. Some of us would have thought at the beginning that maybe the chief of staff would have emerged from the Southeast for the president, but better late than never. And I believe that in the cabinet reshuffle, the president is going to consider that. There is one thing that must be clear, even though there is a misinformation and perception from the people from the Southeast, towards the person of the president. But one thing is clear, that the president has in his heart the goodwill of the people from the Southeast. And this engagement, to me, is the way forward.
Mr. Daniel Buala, always a pleasure having your thoughts and your interventions on some of these issues. Daniel Buala, a regular political and legal analyst on Channels Television. Many thanks for your thoughts there.